We're here in Atlanta at our factory, home of Vintage headquarters. I'm going to walk you through some fresh builds that are on the line, show you what we have in progress. And if you're interested in buying one, text or call us or go to our website, vintagemodern.co. I will behind the scenes here. So here we go. Let me pull my notes out here because I can't do it from memory. But this right here is a fresh build in assembly, mallard green. And this one, if you're watching, is, let's see here. All right, so this one right here is Russ. Russ actually has a modern, new Ford Bronco, and he really wanted the classic look, but couldn't give up all his modern safety features, wanted more luxury, wanted something unique, rare, and different, and so he flew here. And by the way, if you really are interested in building or buying one, but you're the type that you need to see it, touch it, you want to come here, tour our factory, then reach out to our team. They can make an appointment for you, and we'll even pick you up at the airport. So Russ flew in, we picked him up, we have our own driver, and we'll take really, really great care of you. And excellent specs here. I'm biased, I'm an Oregon Duck, so I'm a huge fan of all things green, and this one I can tell already is going to be beautiful. It's got the Wimbledon white roll bar, the vintage stripes, chrome trim, and the Wimbledon white grille. Can't wait to watch this one progress, so stay tuned. You will watch it go from station 1 into station 2, and before that happens, of course, we have all of our quality checks that we are meticulous about to make sure everything is perfect before we move on. So, and then if you aren't familiar with this, every single build, every single step in the entire process goes through, has SOPs, standard operating procedures, and you can see here revisions for every single one. And so every single step, every single part of the process, every vehicle we do it to spec, and then we revise it constantly to ensure quality, because the only way to actually achieve repeatable quality at scale is to have a process that your team can follow with very specific work instructions down to the torque spec and every nut and bolt. And then this way, your team can hold themselves to perfection. And then we have layered audits by our quality engineers to make sure everything is perfect. If it scores 100%, then it moves forward. And in the next station here, this is Scott and Cindy's Brittany Blue. Look at this beautiful thing. Absolutely stunning. And this is ball glove interior, Wimbledon white on the grille. Check out the interior on this. You can smell it from here. Just beautiful. And they went with a body matching roll bar and body matching dash here. And I love this color combination. You can do it so many different ways. No two are alike. They went with a teak wood. You got the upgraded stereo. Excellent choice, Scott and Cindy. And this one here looks like Wimbledon white trim, which is going to look really nice. And while I'm here, I'm going to show you some behind the scenes here. And this is our team carefully assembling every single part to spec. And there will be an inspection here today as well. And you can see the level of detail that they go through. And of course you have your modern safety features. These are not old cars, they're not restorations. They look classic, but they're actually 2025, giving you the best of both worlds. You can drive it every single day. It doesn't drive like an old car. It doesn't have old car quirks. And then it has all the technology you're used to, like your Apple CarPlay, your Android Auto, touchscreen navigation. And then when it comes to safety, literally no other classic car or restoration or Restomod in the world has the 6 airbags, and I'll show them to you here. This is airbag number 1 in your front passenger side. You have airbag seat mounted side impact in each of the front seats, so that's 2 and 3. You've got an airbag right here in the steering wheel, which is really important. You're going to want that if you're actually going to drive the car. So airbag number 4. And then you have curtain airbags that give you side and rear passenger protection. All the way from the A-pillar, runs all the way down here. If you have kids, grandkids, rear passengers, and you actually gonna drive the car, not only will you want all the airbags, you're definitely gonna want the side and curtain airbags, but it also has a latch system back here too, where you can put your car seat, your booster seat, and there's a functional roll bar. It's not just decorative, right? So old restorations, I would say 95 to 99% of the restorations have a roll bar. They're not actually tied to the chassis. This is tied to the chassis, and that gives you a lot of peace of mind and confidence here. So you've got your 6 airbags, you have your functional roll bar, you have your crumple zones built into the chassis, which I'll show you what that looks like on the bare frame. Inside the doors, you have side impact beams, things you didn't have in the 1960s. No restoration, Restomod has that. You can't retrofit an old car with modern safety features. If we could have done that, we would have done it, because we used to build restoration. And after we got client feedback, and turns out over half of our customers are women with kids, safety was a #1 priority for our customers. And so instead of trying to attempt to make an old car more modern, we took a modern car chassis and built a vintage, classic-inspired vehicle on top of it, therefore giving you the best of both worlds. Looks vintage, you don't have any of the problems, drives like your normal G-Wagon Range Rover, and you have luxury that will make your G-Wagon jealous. I know, I have a G-Wagon, and she's jealous. All right, and you get to pick all the colors, which is pretty cool. All right, so this right here is on the line in Station 2. And let me just grab my notes here real quick. Hard to do with gloves on. Okay, here we go. So you'll watch Scott and Cindy's build progress down the line, and after we do our safety checks, it will move into Station 3. Okay, Station 3. This is really cool. Holly, if you're watching, Love Shack Pink, beautiful, and custom interior. Check this out. World premiere, never shown it before. Look at the matching thread to go with the matching pink, and custom interior touches. There's a lot of things you can do to make it your own, and no two are alike. I'm really excited to see how this one comes out. You've got the stripes going. It's Love Shack Pink. There's actually 2 Love Shack Pinks that we offer. This one has the Wimbledon white trim and it has a custom interior. Very, very cool. Cannot wait to see this one come together. In this station here, we are putting on the final touches of assembly, and then we get the vehicle roadworthy. And what that means is that we fire it up, get all the fluids ready, get it ready to put on our alignment rack in-house, and then our inspection team will take it through a rigorous amount of testing, all data-driven, all tracked, and we make sure there's no squeaks, leaks, rattles, go through heat cycles, we go fast, we go slow, get on a bumpy road, slam on the brakes, and we water test the entire vehicle. It's not an old car, so we don't get away with, oh, well, it's an old car, the soft top leaks. You can drive this every day in the rain, in the snow. It could be in a monsoon. I've driven it myself personally in Miami, sideways rain, monsooning, never got wet inside. And so if you're in a climate where the weather is not perfect every day and sunny, and you want to drive it, you can actually drive it every day, because on top of the fact that it is water tested, it also has traction control, anti-lock brakes, and all the modern safety features and technology of your normal car. Things you don't want to have to worry about when you spend $250,000. That's what we thought. And so over here, have not shown this yet, and it is for sale. If you like light jade and you want a snow white interior, and you like chrome trim, and you want every option and you don't want to wait, text or call us right now. This is an absolutely gorgeous build. It reminds me of the one we did for Mark Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberg was the OG guy who did light jade with the Wimbledon white on the accents, and then he did a white interior. And Mark's got, I think, at least 4 kids. And I'm like, are you sure you want to do that? He said, I'm sure. So now you can be like Mark. For sale, in stock. Right now, it just got back from test miles. So we're gonna go through the entire thing, and then it'll move to this station, and then it'll move to final inspection, and then it'll be ready to ship. So what is it today, Wednesday? You could be driving this thing like next week, ASAP. but it's not going to last. And we haven't listed it yet. And they almost never make it to our inventory page because they sell way, way faster than we can make them. So here's light jade. Check out the interior on this. Mark, if you need a second one for your new home in Florida, let me know. This one's ready to go. All right, so available now. Super rare, by the way. We don't really have inventory very often. Almost everything you see is a custom build for a client. But this one right here, great opportunity. I would not hesitate to grab this one. And if you can keep it clean, then she's all yours. Text or call us is the fastest way. It'll likely sell. And we had 2 of them sell on the live, like actually on the live broadcast. And we're broadcasting this, by the way, to YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. I don't know if I missed any, but it reaches a lot of people, and it gives you a real time. This is Wednesday, 2:49 p.m. Atlanta, Georgia, Eastern time. So if you're looking right now and you want some right now and you love this color scheme, grab it before it's gone. It has a Wimbledon white top, chrome trim, vintage stripes, every upgrade, including Fox coilover suspension. Check that out. It has a Roush performance package. Of course, all your safety features come standard. And then check this out back here. Beautiful teak wood floor. You've got your premium upgraded Focal audio sound system. There's a 10-inch hidden subwoofer back here. Hidden cooler down there with a drain plug. Look how nice that is. Such a nice car. All right, for sale, in stock, not for long. Get it before it's gone. Shoot us a text or call us, and if you really want it, don't wait. Call us right now. Standing by. Okay, so after another rigorous round of inspections, after our test miles, we then move it into the station right here, and this is also for sale. This is macadamia metallic, aka root beer, and this one belongs to Post Oak Motor Cars. They are a Rolls-Royce, Bentley, Bugatti, Lotus dealer out in Houston. So think about that for a minute. Super high-end dealership, carries the fully modernized classic by Vintage. I can assure you they would not associate their brand and their reputation and their clients in anything less. And when we first partnered with Post Oak, they told us that lots of their customers wanted old classic cars, but they knew about the problems, they knew that they didn't drive well, and they didn't want the risk to be associated with restoration or Restomod. So when they found out that we build ours on a modern 2025 chassis that has all of your safety features, it has the normal 2025 driving characteristics, and you have all the technology, and then the luxury is just stupid, honestly. And the way we did it was actually really funny, really simple. We pulled together, I remember doing the design with the team, and we had a Lamborghini Urus, we had a G-Wagon AMG, we had a Range Rover, and we compared all of them in my garage, and I said, I don't want the inside to be as nice. I want it to be nicer. And I'll give you an example of that. And then you have a G-Wagon, go check, you can confirm. This right here is plastic on a $250,000 G63 AMG. So of course we said, we want all of the handles and hardware to be billet aluminum, carved on a single block of space grade aluminum, and then put on a CNC machine. And you can see the level of detail on here. And you pull up your G-Wagon next to it and you go, wow, I could have sworn for $250K plus. And I had a 4x4 squared, by the way, which is a $369,000 car. And even my, whatever you call that part, is plastic. So little things like that that we didn't skimp on. We did not try to make the car cheaper. I apologize about the price point. We just wanted to make it the absolute best it could be. The finest materials, no expense spared, and for 250 grand, when you open the door, you don't want to see plastic. So there's very, very little to no plastic inside. And you have your modern safety features. So here's your side seat mounted side impact airbag. You have one in each of the front seats. You have your airbag in front of the passenger side. Here's your airbag warning. You've got one right here. You definitely want that one. And then you've got your side curtain airbags that give you coverage all the way from your A-pillar all the way around to the rear. And I remember my wife and I debating about my kids at the time, who were 8 and 10 years old, and they wanted to go for a ride in my classic cars. And I've had a bunch of classic cars. I've had old Ford Broncos, I've had old Defenders, Land Rover Defender, I've had old H1 Hummer, old G-Wagons that were two-door from Europe, and old FJ40 Toyota Land Cruisers. All of them looked cool. In fact, I would say that all of them were very cool and rare looking, and it all had kind of that boxy, old school, very utilitarian design and style, which I love. I have a Type, obviously, and she would always debate with me on, well, where are you going? And how far are you going? And how fast are you going? And is it safe? And are you gonna break down? And I remember kind of like, I just made exceptions, right? I made exceptions because there was no choice. Those cars don't have airbags. They don't have crumple zones or anti-lock brakes or traction control, and they don't have the modern safety features. And so at the point in time, this is 2017 by the way, there was no other choice. And so when we got into restoration, it always was in the back of my mind that I know what our customers really want is a classical looking vehicle, but they also want everything else they have in their G-Wagon or Range Rover. How did I know that? Because I had the same cars and I wanted the same thing. So when they told me that, it didn't really surprise me, but there wasn't a better option. And I'll walk you through how we evolved from literally a old classic 1969 Bronco to a modern restoration Restomod to our fully modernized classic. Let's keep going down the line and I'll get back to that. But that always bothered me because I'm not the type of person to settle. And when customers give you feedback, you should listen. And the customer feedback was beautiful cars, beautiful brand, great service, love everybody I talk to, fit and finish, excellent. However, the way the car drives is very different from my Range Rover, G-Wagon, Urus, Bentley, Rolls. And the answer was, you're right. And the reason why it drove that way wasn't because of anything we did wrong. And all those Restomods you see out there, no one's doing anything wrong. It's just a limitation of the geometry. Short wheelbase, narrow track width, solid axles, those three things are not things you likely have in any of the cars in your garage if you're a buyer of a $250,000 vehicle. And then you add to that the lack of the electronics and technology and safety features, and now you've got a gap. And that gap was something that really kept me up at night because I come from a world where we take feedback, we iterate, we make it better, we take feedback and we iterate, we make it better, and we did a lot to make those Restomods the best they could be. I still believe, and if you check the data of our resale value, anything attached with our name on it, vintage, is usually selling at a premium because people know the brand, they trust the brand, and we stay behind the product. However, we couldn't change the way it drove any more than we did due to the geometry. And we couldn't add safety features. Got that question all the time. Can you add airbags? If we could have, we would have done it already. And when half your customers are women with kids, you got a decision to make. Do you keep doing what you're doing and say it is what it is, or do you evolve? And so we evolved. And this right here, this is, if you've been paying attention to the lives here, this is a paint to sample, one of one in the world, custom, no name yet, help us name it. Looks like a robin's egg blue. And it belongs to a family that wanted the modern car reliability, they wanted the modern car technology, they wanted the modern car safety, and they're about to get over the top luxury as well. And this is Tyler over here. Hey Tyler, how you doing?
Good, how are you doing?
Good, good. He's doing the inspection before the inspection. So this right here is our final detail area where our master detailers, 3 of them, put in a full 8 hours to go through every single nook and cranny, inside, outside, and they make it completely ready to go for our final inspection, where our leads from quality, engineering, production, management comes in for management sign-off. And if it's not 100%, it's not shipping. And so this is the pre-inspection before the inspection, and you can just see the level of detail that these guys go through. What's going on, Chris? How you doing, man?
Good, you?
Good, good. I mean, just every little nook and cranny. I love it when they have the little Q-tips out and they got the little paintbrush It just looks ridiculous, you know? And quite frankly, no customer is gonna probably look in that little gap, but it doesn't matter. And we go a lot further than that as well. This is a custom build. I am so excited about the color scheme. We love doing paint to sample. And I'm gonna make a suggestion for you. If you end up buying one of these from us and doing a custom build, we offer 30 different paint colors. A lot of them are classic colors and a lot of them are new, modern colors. Do a paint to sample. Because if you want something no one else has, and you like to have something exclusive and rare that's different and unique, what you're standing in front of here, this is literally the only one in the world. Pretty amazing, right? So I like to be different. I like the exclusivity. I want it to be different. And this family got to pick their exact color scheme, and they did a beautiful job with it. And I don't know where this is going, but I can tell you that when it does hit the road, people will absolutely be enamored by it because it's a beautiful piece of art. And this is Jeff. So Jeff, if you're watching, congratulations. Very, very close to being finished. And understand there's internal debates at home about whose car it is, and maybe your daughter will be the lucky recipient of this beautiful truck. And I'm just working my way around here. Don't let me get in your way, guys. And let's see here. It's going to California too. So reading the notes here. So Jeff got his whole family involved. How cool is this, right? Think about it. Your family and what you guys do for fun, and maybe you're a car person or maybe you're not a car person. I'll talk about those two categories as well. You don't have to be a car person to buy a vehicle from us. Most people are not car people. But the fact that they got to do something together, sit down in front of the configurator and actually spec out the entire vehicle together and have an opinion and input and then see it come to life, that's really cool. So, you know, if you're debating doing it, tell your wife, it's for the family, it's for the kids. It works for me. All right, we got Bryson over here, put on the tire shine. Bryson, how you doing?
How you doing, Joe?
Good, good. What do you think of this one-of-one custom color?
I like this color. It's like a North Carolina Tar Heels.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
It actually, yeah, it is, and it's, I don't know if it is. You know, it does.
Kind of a light. It's lighter than that.
Yeah, yeah.
It's nice though. I like it.
It's a great color.
And
Yeah.
then with the specs, with the all chrome and the interior, it looks pretty nice.
Yeah, really, really nice. How are we looking for a final inspection?
I think we're looking good. Yesterday was a 0. So like today we can get a 0.
Wow, congratulations, man.
Yeah, man.
Excellent. Great job. You guys are killing it.
Yeah, man. We try to keep it consistent, man.
Love it. And keep up the good work. And look at the specs on this. I can imagine the debates that happen within the family. I've been through a lot of them. I used to do the design consults back in the day when it was just me and, you know, play counselor, husbands and wives getting in arguments about what color. It's the funniest thing. So imagine your family, all the kids getting together going, no, chrome trim, no, white grill, no, we should do this color. But it's fun, right? And in the end, how cool to have had input, watch the thing being built, and then having it land in your driveway. So this one right here is going to Jeff and family out in California. And the fact that it's in the station means that we're going to finish final details shortly, and then we're going to have our final inspection. And once it gets a 100% management sign-off, we'll then ship it to California in closed trailer. Terrence, how you doing?
We're good.
Great. Brian, how are you?
Great. How are you, sir?
I heard we had another perfect score yesterday.
As usual.
Damn.
As usual.
Just showing off now. Just showing off. Man, I am so proud of you guys.
Thank you, Joe. It does mean a lot. I mean, because it feels great just knowing we can get that extra security and ship this to our happy customers. So
Yeah.
It makes my world go round.
Yeah.
It really does.
You guys do an awesome job. Keep up the good work.
Thank you, sir.
And then right behind Brian, check this out, are SOPs, standard operating procedures for detail. What? Why? Why would anyone write SOPs with detailed steps on every single step and revise it every single vehicle if there is any change? Why would anyone do that? I can tell you, I've never seen SOPs written for a detail station anywhere, even at a detail shop. And the reason why we do that has everything to do with the commitment that we make to our customer. And that commitment is a big one. By the way, check out the body matching painted brake calipers, which I think is a really cool option. So not only is it a one-of-one custom paint to sample match, you have matching brake calipers too. Pretty crazy, right? On the back too. Highly recommend that if you are doing any color that's going to show through those wheels. Okay, so back to SOPs and the commitment. This is a $250,000 car. Let's not like normalize that or make it not to be a big deal. It's a big commitment. And I grew up with nothing. I had no money growing up. And when I started my career, I had nothing. And so when we get an obligation to build someone a vehicle and it costs over $250,000, it better be right. And it better be on time. But let's get more specific. It has to be perfect cosmetically and mechanically, and it has to be on time. Those are the two things. Perfect. It can't be perfect and late. It can't be on time and imperfect. And the way we do that, every single step in the entire process of 900 hours from beginning to end is documented with SOPs. And the standard operating procedures, not opinion or subjective or, you know, on Monday it's this way, on Tuesday it's that way. It allows us to do it the same way every single time. And what it also allows us to do is it gives us takt time. Takt time is TAKT. That gives us the ability to know exactly how long it's going to take to do every single step and how long it'll take to build the entire vehicle. And when you have takt time and you have standard operating procedures and you have quality checks to check against that standard, that's how we do it. Seems simple, right? But then after every vehicle is built and we do the final detail and we do the final inspection, we score everything. And anything that wasn't perfect, people, process, parts, gets fed back directly to the station, to the operator, immediately. We don't wait on it. It happens immediately, the very next day. And that allows us to quickly, whoops, sorry man, my bad. It's unscripted here, guys. I just tripped over that thing, sorry. Oh my God, that could have been really bad. Thank you for being a human shield, Bryce. All right, that would have been really bad. Okay, so this is why I stay in the front office, right? Obviously these guys, they don't want me out here messing stuff up. But the point is that when you have takt time and you have a standard operating procedure and you have quality checks, layered, audited, every single station, every single time, you can actually deliver it on time with perfection. And I say that with a smile because I know how hard that is to do. And any builder that tells you, oh yeah, no big deal, it'll be perfect, it'll be on time, I would love to know, and you should ask them, do you have standard operating procedures for every single thing you do? Do you have takt time for every single thing you do? Tell me about your quality process. How many checks are there? Show it to me. And if they can't show it to you, then they probably are the way we used to be. And I'm going to tell you that in full transparency, because I can tell you as a restoration company, which we used to be, a lot of things are done by memory and by feel. And there aren't takt times, and there's a lot of skilled people involved, but skill a lot of times is a feel thing. I'll give you an example. I'll give you a really extreme one. This right here, this has a torque spec, right? And that can't be on Monday I put it at 35, foot-pounds, and then on Tuesday it's 33, and then on Wednesday it's like 40. It's got to be the same every time. Torque wrench, spec called out, triple checked, and then engineers come in, triple check, and we check it constantly, layered, to ensure that it can never get missed. And that's your lug nut. Trust me, you want these things checked over and over. It can't be memory, it can't be feel, because we have, in my opinion, some of the most talented people in every position, but they're humans. So you have to layer in science and math and data and process to be able to blend art and science. And I think the result of that is exactly what it is you see here. And I'm going to walk you over, get a little more technical here, and show you how it is we actually pulled this off, because it's like nothing else out there. We started off in restoration. I bought an old Bronco, 1969, and look at the quality. This was supposedly restored, and I paid good money for it, but you can see all of these problems, supposedly just painted. Like, I don't know who painted it, Ray Charles, but I can tell you, a lot of issues, right? Gaps are bad. This thing's kind of like rickety. there's a big gap here. I can stick my finger in here, but I can't over here. And there's rust down there. I was mad when I got this car. And it's a lot like hotel pictures. When you go online and you look at a hotel, all the hotels look nice. It's like Airbnb pictures, right? You ever been to an Airbnb and you looked at it online, you're super excited, and you get there and you're like, what the? That's to me what it's like to buy a restoration. And when I got it home, not only did it have lots and lots of problems, leaking, smelled bad, a lot of noises, but the way it drove was very undesirable. And the reason why is because you have a short wheelbase, 92 inches, you have a narrow track width, and you have solid axles. So right away, you're a G-Wagon Range Rover customer, forget about Bentleys and Rolls Royces and, you know, other cars. You're already not gonna like the way that drives. And so the real straw that broke the camel's back though was that it smelled like gas. My wife hated it, so I decided to make it better. And then we moved and evolved to Resto Mod, modern modified restoration. Better than an old car, better than an old restoration, modern restoration, but still, unfortunately, same short wheelbase, 92 inches, same narrow track width down here, and solid axles. Now, good news, newer parts, new body, new drivetrain, some technology, but at the end of the day, although it was better than old restoration, our customers spoke and we listened. And they said to us, hey, beautiful vehicle. Can you make it drive better? And by the way, can you also add safety features? And we did everything. We pushed the envelope on making it drive better. We did a lot of things to suspension. We spent a ton of money on R&D and engineering. And when we finally got to the max, we said we can't make a short wheelbase, narrow track width vehicle any better than it is. And no matter how well we do that, it'll still never have safety features, which is a big problem for us. Half our customers are women with kids. So what we decided to do was to go and engineer a fully modernized classic on a 2025 chassis, and I'm going to show you what that is. So instead of attempting to make that old car more modern, a classic car more modern, a short wheelbase vehicle drive better, we decided to start with a brand new 2025 chassis instead. So what do you get on a 2025 chassis that you don't get on an old restoration or even a Restomod? And by the way, that's a $250,000 to $300,000 car right there. By the way, one of our old Restomods just sold for $400,000 at Barrett Jackson. However, as nice as it is, it will never drive the way this drives. I'll give you an example. Right here, you have a 100.4 inch wheelbase. That's an 8-inch difference. 8 inches makes a big difference in the length. You also have a wider track width. And you have independent front suspension. So if you go and check every vehicle in your garage, you have IFS, independent front suspension. Just that alone, those three things, longer wheelbase, wider track width, IFS, you're already going to drive significantly better than that and that. Old restoration, Restomod. And by the way, this was as good as you could get at the time. But it is now 2025, and because no one did it, we did it. And we took a new car chassis and we built a classic-inspired vehicle on top of it. So now you don't have to worry about it driving like an old car. That's just one of the benefits. The other benefit, which is probably the biggest one, is safety features. There are crumple zones engineered into the frame. It is 2025. Our technology, our design, our engineering significantly better than it was 50, 60 years ago. And so crumple zones are engineered to protect the passengers inside. You want crumple zones. And you have the side impact beams that I pointed out in the other vehicle. So behind this brand new Detroit American-made sheet metal, you have side impact beams. This is your functional roll bar that's actually tied to the chassis. And then the number one thing is going to be your airbags. You've got 6 total airbags there, each front seat. There's your airbag. You can see it right there. And the thing is, if we could have retrofitted safety features into the old car, we still would have needed to stretch the wheelbase and make it wider. So hold on a second. Why are we going to do all that? Let's go take a modern car chassis. And then you have all the technology as well, like traction control, you'll want that, anti-lock brakes, roll sensor, stability control, shift on the fly, 4-wheel drive, backup camera, parking sensors, lane keep assist, pre-emergency, pre-collision assist with emergency braking, things that you just can't get. Modern 2025 drivetrain. And then we package it in a way where you can get the best of both worlds. And this right here is the Love Shack Fantasy 2 collab. I'll give you a quick sneak peek here. It is wild. And this one's going to a very excited customer who picked it up and will be going to forever home. So the body around the chassis is our interpretation of what an old car should be in today's world. Classic inspired, wider, longer, and therefore you truly get the best of both worlds. Modern technology, modern design, modern engineering, modern safety, classic inspired look, modern car reliability, and then we just give you a ton of options to customize it. And the luxury, I can tell you, it will rival just about anything you have in your garage, regardless of the price point. That's a pretty bold statement, Joe. Well, I had over 50 of the nicest cars I bought myself. Ferrari, Lamborghini, Aston Martin, McLaren, AMG, Bentley, and I know what a $250,000 customer is expecting, and we wanted to exceed their expectations. So we went overboard with the details so that when they get the car, they're gonna say, wow, this is nice. There's your 12-inch touchscreen infotainment system with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. You have your dual zone climate control. There's your USB A and C. You can choose automatic or manual. You have 12 different leather colors. You have options of diamond, pleated, woven leather, and textile, plaid. You have tons of color combinations you can choose from roll bar to dash to trim to wheels, and top has 6 different paint options, a bunch of different stripe options, 30 paint colors, including a paint to sample option. And then look at this. Bam. Your G-Wagons can give you dirty looks when you take this home. And here's what else our customers tell us. None of our customers that buy this plan on driving it nearly as much as they end up driving it. But when they get it and they sit inside and they admire the craftsmanship, the fit and finish, and the way it drives, they end up driving it way more than they think, because it ends up being one of their favorite cars, if not their favorite car. And if you have kids or grandkids, forget about it. Every single time you go somewhere, they're going to want you to drive it, because there's nothing more unique and different and rare and fun for the whole family than a fully modernized, safe vehicle. Don't have to worry about reliability. Looks like nothing else on the road. Everyone has a G-Wagon Range Rover. Everybody. I just got back from Miami Sunday. Your Lamborghini Urus is Miami Mazda. They're everywhere, right? You got a Rolls Royce Cullinan? Cool. So is your neighbor. But you pull up in this, let me tell you something. Very, very rare, very exclusive club of people. And if they bought it from us, which hopefully they did, then you're really in a fraternity of people who can appreciate art, quality, exclusivity, demand perfection, demand high service. We give all of it to them. And so, you know, I never started this company to make money. I started this company because I was in love with my old cars. But I was, if this is even a word, I was in hate. I hated all the problems. And so we made this for somebody who has the luxury of having everything and not having to make any compromises. And this right here, this is Steven's cobalt blue Tonka toy monster, lifted, 3.5-inch lift on our upgraded Fox coilover suspension. And he went with 35-inch tires. This thing is a beast. And our typical build is a 33-inch tire, 2.5-inch lift. But let me tell you, Couple inches makes a big difference. That's what she said. Okay, let's keep going. Wimbledon white on the grill, chrome trim, and the stripe. Sick. And Steven has a couple Airbnbs in the state of Georgia on the lake, to where if you rent his Airbnb for a certain number of days, you get either your choice of a Lamborghini Urus. Meh. I'm kidding, I have one, I like it. Or you can drive this. So now you can come to Georgia, come visit us, place your deposit, do a test drive, and stay at his Airbnb and drive this around. Pretty cool. Might just sleep in the car. You know what, Steve? Keep the Airbnb. We'll just sleep in the car. That's why we have pillows in there, by the way. Okay, and then this right here is a boxwood green. I love the spec on this one here. You got your stripes, the Wimbledon white grill, tan soft top, went with the Wimbledon white roll bars, worn glove on the interior, and then check this out. This is the world's coolest car cover. It is exact match of your specs on your outside. Isn't that funny? Like, not just a car cover that's green or boxwood green or kind of similar. If you have a white roll bar and you have chrome trim and you have stripes, your car cover has exact spec. That's how custom it is. The nicest car cover in the world. So if you had to cover this beautiful piece of art, you might as well do it with one of those covers. That's an option. And by the way, you want to go build your own? Website is vintagemodern.co, vintagemodern.co. And you can go on our website and you can pick all the colors, view it inside, outside. There's a 360 rotation. You can see it with the top on, with the top off, safari mode, stripes, no stripes, different colored trim, black, white. There are 33 million permutations, and by now, because we added new retro wheels and a whole slew of other options, there's got to be more than that. But you can go spec it out. This one right here is getting ready to ship, and if I can pull my notes up, maybe I can even tell you who it belongs to. All right, I believe this is Michael's. Michael, if you're watching, congratulations. This is going to California. Actually, this isn't the one, I apologize. This one has red stripes, theirs has an orange stripe. I'll go find it for you. I'm gonna hit the help button here. Maybe somebody on the team can tell me and bail me out and tell me whose car that is. Okay, here, let's go to Michael's boxwood green beauty that is ready to ship. Look at this thing. Michael and Lucilla custom picked together this beautiful boxwood green modern classic truck, and the little details that they did is what I just love. Check it out. They customized this stripe right here to match the stripe on their wheel, and the interior is cognac, got a little orange hue to it on boxwood green. Beautiful choice. This is also the only one in the world like this, because they picked it, and that's the beauty of doing custom selections. And so this will be in California. If you see it, wave and say hi. I believe this one here is shipping probably in the next day, if not sooner. Okay, all right, let's zip on over here. Maybe our sales team will come out and tell me whose boxwood green truck that is. I'm waiting and coming over here. Look at this team. These guys, they're so serious about this stuff. They know that the final inspection is really where not just everyone's work is scrutinized, but the entire detail team carries the burden of making sure right before all the leads from our whole team come together and they pick everything apart. The fact that they could score 100 on the detail is like unheard of. They do an excellent job. Okay, whose car is this? We'll find out soon. All right, these are all our modern chassis, and I'm going to bring you over here to this beautiful build, which is at the moment, I believe, almost pending sale. This will be gone in the next 24 hours. It's Wimbledon white. It has the raven black grille. It has chrome trim, satin black wheels. It's got the worn glove leather interior, every option, including teak wood, Fox upgraded suspension, Roush performance package, and it has the intake exhaust tune running about 330 horsepower. All of it under our white glove bumper to bumper warranty. There's your Roush exhaust. There's your coilover suspension, wide track width, 100.4 inch wheelbase, all the things that can make it a daily driver if you wanted it to be. And so this one right here, text or call us if you are interested. It'll go very quickly. And then one of my favorites here, this is the Pebble Beach custom 1-of-1 edition. Just came back from Miami, and boy, it got a lot of looks down there. In the sun, it was 86 degrees on Sunday. Came back to Atlanta, it was 30 degrees, but it was sunny. This is our demo truck. So here it's got the forged aluminum 17-inch retro wheels. They look old, but they're brand new, and they're super lightweight, very, very high quality, and they look like your Steelies from the 1960s, but they give you just enough of a little peek at your matching, body matching brake calipers, and this has every single option on it. It's not officially for sale, but maybe you can convince us. Go ahead and try. You can text or call us. And it's a 1-of-1 edition, meaning that we will not build another one in this exact spec. So if you like exclusive things, you like to be the only one, you want to be the first, you want to be the only, well, I can tell you this would definitely be a great option. All right. And last but not least here, I'm going to show you how we take this modern car chassis and how we go about building a beautiful classic inspired body on top of it, because that's really where the magic happens. So let's see here. Oh, also, quick update. We'll do that last year. So this is our body prep area. Not where we paint, but before we even do any body work, we pre-fit every single brand new panel that we have onto the chassis. And this right here is this is actually for sale right now. Wimbledon white, worn glove, chrome trim, tan soft top, just about every single option for sale. If you're interested, you want to drive it this weekend, it's Wednesday, 3:30 p.m. You could buy it right now on the live. Send wire, we'll get it prepped, ship it out for you ASAP. That's Sebastian behind the wheel. You can shoot him a text. Rachel's on duty as well, and we're always on too. All right, so let's go back over here. So what we do is we take this modern chassis, which is what you want your entire investment and family riding on, and then we take our brand new steel parts. This is hot off the press. 100% American made, brand new steel stamped in Detroit. Who does that? We had to actually make the molds, and we own the tooling to produce brand new classic inspired bumpers that then get mounted on the new modern chassis. So these are just our bumpers, and it is steel, not fiberglass or a cheaper metal or a plastic or a composite. Actual Detroit American made steel. So why Detroit? Well, maybe if the car we were making was inspired by a car made in China or Taiwan, we would use Chinese or Taiwanese steel. But this is an American-made vehicle right here in Atlanta. So we went and stamped brand new steel out of Detroit, giving us perfect lines and gaps, no rust, and we control our own supply chain. We don't have to worry about somebody else with the press and the tools overseas, tariffs, shipping. That's a problem, right? Because we're not here just to send you the car and say good luck. If you ever needed new panels because you got in an accident or you needed something, we have all of it. We make them and we own all of the tools. That gives you an idea of how confident we are in the future of this brand. We're going to be around for a very long time. So we made a huge investment into the tooling. That right there, I can tell you, has never been done at this level of scale or quality. And then what we do, even though the panels are brand new and perfect, it's not perfect enough. So what we do is our team of people then go through every line, every gap with a gap gauge, down to the millimeter. And if that is not perfect, it doesn't go to the next step. And again, it's not an eyeball thing. It's down to the millimeter. He knows exactly what it's supposed to be. And if it's not 100%, then it doesn't pass. And that's just one of hundreds and hundreds of steps that we go through. But remember, the foundation of what you're building on and the repeatability and all of the specifications called out and the process is what allows us to build it on time with perfection. You don't have those things, guys. I promise you it won't be on time. I promise you it won't be perfect. How do I know? We used to do restoration, and I came from the technology world. So I knew how to build product. And when I came to automotive and I watched the shops that I toured not do things using world-class OEM type process and specs, I was like, oh, that's weird. I guess, you know, it's a restoration, it's an old car, whatever. But we're not building old cars. We're building fully modernized 2025 vehicles. And it's a $250,000 plus price point. That shit better be perfect, and it better be on time. And that is how we arrived here, because every single time we built the car, we would grade people, process, parts, and then over a period of time, refining it, working relentlessly with the team every single day, we continue to make the process better. And it's stuff like this right here, that if you don't do it now, you pay for it later. Pay now, pay later, either way you're gonna pay. And we're not interested in paying. So these guys, they do a fantastic job. They follow the process. It's a blend of art and science because it's a very skilled labor. I don't even like using the word labor because it sounds like you're moving, you know, bricks or something like that. Very highly skilled. And then we give them tools and technology and data and process to make it repeatable. And these guys, they do such a fantastic job. There's Gabriel. How are you, man? Doing great. And they love what they do. So now you layer on passion on top of people and process and parts, and then you get truly a work of art. That you can stand behind. And I can tell you, I'm not the kind of person to get in front of millions of people and promise things we can't deliver on. So if I'm telling you, it's because I know. And I also can tell you that it takes a lot to be able to get to this point. And it was our commitment to excellence and our understanding deeply of what our customers actually wanted that allowed us to set a bar for what it was they wanted. They wanted it to be perfect and on time. Two simple things, right? And of course they wanted technology, reliability, safety, luxury, all that. So we gave them all that. And I think at the end of the day, if you understand your customers, you can respect the schedule, and you know it's a lot of money and you have to do it right, then you reverse engineer. All right, well, if we want it to be perfect and it's got to be on time and we'll be able to do it over and over and over, what do we need to do? And that was the relentless process of people, process, and parts. And I'm talking about it like we're done. We'll never be done with refining that process. Hence the REV on every single SOP, standard operating procedures, at every single station for every single step. It keeps getting revised until it literally is just 100% perfect 100% of the time, every time, and then you can really scale. So that's really what we've been through, and it wasn't easy. It was actually really, really hard. But I just have to give the team a shout out, because at the end of the day, it's people, right? Handcrafted product means people. Now, you buy a car and it's made on an assembly line and with, you know, all automation, people still matter. But when it's handcrafted, meaning literally every single thing that's done is done by hand, it's all about the people. So amazing people, amazing mission, and I'm just one of the players on the team, and I'm proud and humbled to be part of this team because they're effing amazing. Okay, Want to give a couple shout outs here for recent deliveries. We just delivered a few here, and I'm going to go over here. I don't want to ruin any surprises, so I'm going to be real careful here. You know about Todd, who's doing an anniversary gift. Wonder who that's for. We have GT Silver, Jason, who just received his delivery in South Carolina. Congratulations. We have Rick, also in South Carolina. By the way, Rick, if you're watching, if you took those pictures, you're a great photographer, because those were beautiful. And we take a lot of pictures here, so well done. And congratulations. Enjoy that truck. That boxwood green one is just beautiful. I know you're enjoying it out there. And then Santiago, if you've been watching the lives, you know there was a mallard green one that is no longer here. It's out in California. He sent us a video. I'm not going to post it because he asked not to show it. Santiago and his family, who spec'd out that mallard green truck with the white trim, they got it in California, and they are super excited and loving it. And I just want to say congratulations and thank you for the business. And this one right here, Brittany Blue, also about to ship. This is Lindsay's truck going out any day now. I think she was out of town, so she wanted us to hold it. We have no problem keeping it because we never really want them to leave. And then we have this one for sale. So there you have it. All right, I think I covered everything. But I want to end on this, which is you should go to the configurator on our website, vintagemodern.co. Go spec out your own. Play with all the colors, play with all the options. They'll give you an exact price. And if you have questions and you want to reach out to our team, we're always on. You can call or text us anytime. There's your matching car cover right there. And we'll answer your questions, talk about the build process, let you know what we have. And it's very rare for us to have inventory. So if you are not the type to wait and you want something right now, Wimbledon white with black trim, black grille. We had a Wimbledon white, oh, here it is, that drove by. This is our demo vehicle. Don't want to sell it, but if you want to buy it and you want it now, you could be driving this weekend. Either one, you could wire today, right now. It's 3:30, banks open till 5. And we'll get it prepped and shipped out so you can be driving it. And then we have this light jade, which we haven't told anybody about yet. This is the mini Mark Wahlberg edition because it's light jade with a snow white interior. Very similar spec to the one we built for Mark, who's a great friend of the company, and really appreciate all the business you sent us, by the way. Thank you, Mark. For sale. And by the way, Mark, if you want this for your new house in Florida, then let me know. Shoot me a text. We'll send it down to you. But it is for sale, has every single option. Light jade, stunning. 1960s paint color, none of the old car. 1960s problems, drives like a new car. Modern safety features, all your technology. It's absolute work of art. This will not last. It will go very quickly. We haven't posted it yet, so maybe you can grab it before it goes for sale. Shoot us a text. This is Post Oak Motor Cars root beer truck that has the Wimbledon white grille, chrome trim, for sale, available for immediate delivery. This one's going to Houston, and it will be at the Bentley, Rolls-Royce, Lotus, Lamborghini, Post Oak Motor Cars property in Houston, which is connected to the Post Oak Hotel, 5-star hotel. One of our partners, Tillman Fertitta, owner of the Rockets and Landry's and casinos and lots of stuff. They are a great group to work with. Diane, Lonnie, they run it. Reach out to them, reach out to us. Either way, you can get this one ready to go, no wait. And it also has a white interior. Diane, what do you think about brown stitching next time? Maybe. And then, of course, this is a custom build here. So we got a few options. And if you want to do a custom build and pick out everything with your family, we can do that for you. One more thing. Christmas, 43 days away. Who's counting? Christmas is 43 days away. Now, you could buy inventory and we can hang on to it for you and do a surprise. Or we have another option, which is we will help you come up with a really special surprise for you and your family to open on Christmas Day. Hold a slot, build slot for a custom build, allowing you to pick all the specs And maybe you don't know, or you don't want to own the burden of having to pick everything, because maybe you pick it wrong. I don't know about you, but like my wife picks everything that's cosmetic or design, other than car. That's me. And therefore, instead of trying to do all that by yourself, you get a spot for a custom build, which is selling out very fast, faster by the day, by the way, not kidding. And you can pick it with your family on Christmas Day. Unwrap a present, and your family will flip out. Hey guys, we're gonna build this together. And they can pick the colors, and they can pick the options, and they can go and fight about all the different, color schemes and all that stuff. And then you have the excitement of getting in the queue, custom building one for your family that your family picks out and specs and chooses, which we love doing, and watch it go through the build process and the updates. And then when it gets there, it's not just another car you bought. I bought over 50 cars. I've had almost 60 cars. And there are very few of those that I custom built. I might have built just a handful of them. And my kids and my wife, they weren't involved in any of them, hardly. And instead, you get your family involved and they get to pick it. That's really fun. And so if you're interested in the ultimate Christmas present that nobody else has, it'll top anything that the Joneses are doing. And you have no stress over all the colors and options of getting it wrong. And you get to do something together. And we'll make it fun for you. So text or call us. And we'd love to be part of it. Okay. So reach out to us by phone or text. We're always on. You can go to our website, vintagemodern.co. And we look forward to earning your business. And that's how we feel about it. We want to earn it. We want to keep it. We want you to be over the moon. And then the last thing I'll say is this. Upon delivery, once you get this and it's in your home, the relationship doesn't end there. The relationship just begins. Because if you ever need anything, we stand behind the product. And after everything I've told you, I can assure you that if we don't do that part, we really did all the rest for nothing, okay? We're so maniacal about people, process, parts, because we want to build a perfect vehicle. In the event that anything happens, every car has some kind of warranty, including Rolls-Royce and Bentley and Ferrari and Lamborghini. All of those cars I've owned all had something come up. It's the way the company and the brand handles that warranty claim that makes all the difference in the world. And you'll have a dedicated concierge who knows you. You can call or text them anytime. We're not like only open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, 5 days a week. I think that's crazy at this price point. And we're going to get back to you quickly. And if we can't handle it remotely, we're going to bring our certified traveling technician out quickly to your home, in your driveway. You don't have to go anywhere. We're not going to charge anything for it, because that's how confident we are in our build quality and our process. And by the way, for 250 grand, shouldn't that be included? That's what I think. Okay, so there you have it. That's us. It's all real. It's all from the heart, all built by passion, by an amazing crew of people here in Atlanta, Georgia. They deserve all the credit. I love these guys, men and women who sacrifice and are committed and believe in the mission, passion driven. They care about the work and the quality. Can't say enough about this team. At the end of the day, you're getting a hand-built vehicle. You better know that those people are committed, they love what they do, and that they're gonna stand behind the work. So, all right, reach out to us. I hope you guys have a great day. We'll be back tomorrow. And looking forward to your phone call. Take care.